Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Welsh Football Talk podcast. I was meant to record this the other day, this video. Of course, Wales have got a new boss. The one that the fans wanted, Craig Bellamy. I wanted Craig Bellamy in as well. It would at first I wanted him and Ocean Roberts. Think of it. What I was thinking is Ocean Roberts is prop manager, like the main manager, and Bellamy as assistant. But Bellamy has accepted the job now for Wales. So yeah, we're gonna get into more things about Craig Bellamy taking the Welsh job, and I can't wait for the campaign now to start. His first campaign is gonna be against Turkey in September. That'll be good for him. His first home game with the Red Wall. So of course I'll be at that match. Expect the match day vlog on that day. So yeah. Let's get straight into this. Let's get straight to the tweets, I guess. We got Craig's first interview as manager for Wales. Let's take a look and watch, I guess, and listen, of course, what he has to say. So yeah, let's see what he has to say.
Well, Craig, llongyfarchiadau a chroeso. Congratulations and welcome. How do you feel taking on the role of leading your country?
Really proud. The same cliches you expected to hear, but it's really true. Excited. I didn't realize how much it meant to me until I had an interview, and I spoke to Dave, spoke to Noel, and I came away from it, and it was just like, I have to do this. I have to do this. It's just too big to me.
And let me tell you now, Craig, everybody wanted you. You were the top nominees for the Welsh manager role. Thierry Henry was up there first somehow. I don't know how Thierry Henry's there. I get he's had the coaching experience in Wales, and of course he has a coaching experience elsewhere as well. But Craig Bellamy was always going to be up top for me anyway. So yeah, let's carry on what he's going to say. I'm not. By the way, I'm not going to watch a whole interview. You can go watch it on Red Wall Plus. I'll put the link in the description. So you can watch the rest. So yeah.
And I've just been, it was
Right.
difficult because I've got to be. My relationship with Burnley was probably the closest I've had with anyone in football. And it might sound strange, the clubs I've been at and everything, but that bond we had, especially with a lot of the people who worked on a day-to-day basis, maybe it was just me being a more rounded human being was the right time, but that made it a little bit more difficult than what probably would have been. But I got to be honest, I'm beyond excited and beyond proud, and just so looking forward to everything.
You've seen the development of the team over the last few years, reaching several major tournaments, but how do you aim to continue that success?
Just keep working hard and always keep looking to improve. Loved being able to watch Wales in tournaments. I did expect to, I'm not going to lie, I did feel over the next few years it was going to happen, just with the players coming through and the good work Gary put in place, but then the good work Chris Coleman put in place, and Ryan and then Robert Page as well were able to follow suit. So for me, it's to maintain the standards that have been set, but also, can you go higher? Can you push it even more? And that's what drives me. It's, can we really go after stuff? Can we?
He's passionate. He is passionate to go to more tournaments. That's what we needed a manager. Of course. We've got the next we got the Nations League campaign coming up next now. We got, of course, it looks good group best. We can finish second in my group, I believe. Craig Bellamy's Barmy Army. Craig Bellamy's Barmy Army. Da 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 da. But of course, I'm ready for the next campaign. Of course, we got the Nations League we got a Nations League campaign. World Cup qualifying next, then. It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good campaign with of course, Craig Bellamy. I have faith in Craig Bellamy big time. I think he'll do well with us. I have 100% faith. Of course, back the manager as well. Of course, we backed Page enough most of the time. We backed Chris Coleman. We backed Ryan Giggs. We backed every manager we had. So yeah, we are a passionate country, and I like the passion Craig Bellamy has got right now. So yes. Right, let's carry on.
Really improve on the good work that's already been done.
What sort of manager do you say you are, and what should our fans expect to see in your team?
I'm, believe it or not, to the shock of so many people, I'm actually very calm. I'm fun. I'm light-hearted. I expect standards to be really high because I set them myself. I feel it's so important. The culture around the place, it's hugely important to me. I don't expect people to be perfect. I never have, but I expect you to have the perfect attitude. Then we're on the right.
Of course, Craig Bellamy likes discipline. That's one thing we all know. We all know that from many stories. He does like discipline. And that's one good thing to have in a squad. 100%. How good thing to have in a squad is discipline. Me being an upcoming coach myself, of course, is one of my highlights as well. So yeah, let's carry on anyway.
Right track. Team always comes first. Never, that's my selfish to try and put the team together. That the team and that's like the team goes from staff in the building to literally the whole squad that you look to pick, because you'll never finish with the game you start with the players. So for me, it's the team's the most important. But playing wise, I'm very much front foot. Love pressing. I'm really excited about pressing, counter pressing without the ball. Believe it or not, I'm like it's a real passion for me. But playing as well, I love to dominate the ball. I see the game as like a puzzle at times, and you're just trying to put the pieces together. So by the time the game comes, you're able to put it all together. So that excites me, and this group of players excite me as well. The age group of the players excite me, but the speed.
You know what? I reckon the squad will perform well for Craig Bellamy. I want to see some new faces come in the squad. I want to see what Craig Bellamy's got in him to bring in some new faces to the squad. Of course, I think we need to start looking for some new keepers now. As much as I love Danny Ward and Wayne Hennessy and that, of course we got Adam Davis. We have from Sheffield, I believe he's still there. Tom King from Wolves, if he's still there. But yeah, honestly, I can't wait to see what Craig Bellamy's got coming for the squad and for us fans. So I'm gonna leave it here for now. I am gonna put the whole video that you can watch for Red Wall Plus of Craig Bellamy's first interview in the description below. So yeah, I'm gonna save that link for you guys to watch the whole thing. I'm gonna watch some of it through now, and then of course if it's key bits, I will come back and record it. As soon as I said that, man, look what he goes and says.
And I'm just looking forward to being able to work with a talented group.
And talking with those players, there's some in the squad you've played with, or some we've worked with in a coaching capacity.
Very few, yeah.
But will that be a big help for you as you look to settle into the?
So basically, he said that most of our players are a really talented group of players, which I do agree with. I do 100% agree with what Craig Bellamy's saying here. But literally, yeah, in this, I think I forgot a bit when he said there's a lot mate, honestly, I can't. He has faith in the squad by the looks of it as well. He played the most of them. He played, I think, believe Chris Gunter. Yeah, well, Chris Gunter. I think he might be coaching staff still. For Wales. I literally thought when Chris Gunter was still playing, but no, I forgot he retired. But yeah, of course he was in the squad with Ramsey, Harry Wilson. He managed Connor Roberts over there in Burnley. So yeah, that's it's some faces that he knows in the squad at least. But let's carry on, maybe watching, I guess.
It's always a help. It's always, because you could always, I'm never going to sit here and tell you I know everything. I don't. I don't. And never will. No one can have this game mastered. We've seen literally one person at this present moment going quite close to it, but that's why we love this game so much. But also to be able to.
I wonder who he's on about, by the way. Like, I actually want to know who he's on about. Is he on about Robert Page? Wow.
Lean on the experience of players as well who know me probably a little bit closer. Then that helps, of course it does. But also they know me as a person.
Harry Wilson and Aaron Ramsey.
Really what I stand for. And that'll help be able to relate the message towards the players, because I'm like very fair, very fair. Rules are set by the players, and if they break them, they're their rules. They haven't.
Right, I'm going to leave this video for you guys to watch over on Red Bull Plus. I haven't watched most of it yet. I saved it for you guys. Yeah, I'm going to save this video. I'm going to look at his press conferences now, what he's done with Sky Sports, and his first ever press conference for Wales, actually. And then many more things he have said, so yeah. Right, so we've got his first press conference here. Cheers to a page called Wales Watch. Go and follow them. They have just hit 14K followers. Let's go, of course, watch his first press conference for Wales, of course. So, yeah, let's get straight into this.
I've got to be honest. Timing in football's not over. You don't always get that luxury. Last 3-4 months, it sort of come clear to me that I was looking to. I was happy, but I needed more. It became clear to me I needed to look for a number one spot for me as a person, for my progression, and obviously didn't know what that was going to be at that time. I was working with Vincent during that period. Obviously Bayern Munich came up, but it was still my option to be a number one. And then I just sort of really made it clear to myself, this is what it was going to be, this is how I'm going to go about it. And then obviously the situation changed here with Wales. I was still looking at club, but I have to be honest.
He chose where his heart believed what that was Wales. And of course, I'm gonna not yapper on. I'm gonna carry on watching it now. So yeah.
It can drag you. Like, Wales has always been really important to me. I've spent a lot of my career away from here as well, and obviously I've had certain periods where I've been here, but I was born here. I've spent a lot of my career away from here, and the opportunity then to lead your national team is rare. It's rare, and to get it as a first opportunity, with obviously Mark Hughes then coming to mind, Gary Speed coming to mind, and it just really it became clear to me that if there was an opportunity of being able to do this, this is the one I wanted, and I'm grateful for that.
Sounds like you couldn't turn this job down.
No, you can, you can turn, yeah. But no, to be, I don't know. It was just, it was strange. When I spoke through the process and I spoke to Dave as well, the more I got into it, the more excited I got. And it wasn't. Honestly, from afar, this was not something that was always playing on my mind. It really wasn't. But the more I got into the detail of it, the more reasons, because you try and make a sensible decision, not just total emotion. Everything just come back to certain feelings I had about being involved with Wales. Then really, if I look at it, it never really left me. It's always been there, and it came back even stronger and stronger now. So I'm so happy to be doing this.
Craig Bellamy, Barmy Army, da 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 da. Of course, we'll probably have a chance for Craig Bellamy soon. And we can't done. Of course. Well, I'm excited for him. I have faith in Craig Bellamy, of course, big time. So yeah, and of course when he mentioned Gary Speed and Mark Hughes, of course we all know he. Well, of course I nearly seen him tear up and when he mentioned Gary Speed, because Gary Speed clearly meant a lot to Craig Bellamy. I'm gonna go and watch his interview with S4C now. So yeah, let's get right. Here's the interview he done with Scorio. So yeah, let's give this a watch.
But I wanted to ask you
Right.
about specifically to Mark Hughes and Gary Speed and your following in their footsteps when their first foray into first team management was with Wales. How does that make you feel?
The Mark Hughes situation as well was because obviously I was playing at that time, but I was playing with Mark. So to watch his transition, which was brilliant, which was really good. He done such a good job for us, but also he helped that level of professionalism step up again. Then obviously developed his own coaching skills, and was able to go on then and manage in the Premier League. Gary, from a player, because I played with him obviously not just international level but club football, but to watch his ideas and to watch how he was able to see what he's seen as a player, but also transfer that into being a coach, and the level of detail, but also how clear he was with information was important, because sometimes us as players, we can still talk like we're talking out on the pitch. That's not, you have to be clear with your information, and watch how he was able to command meetings, and his detail was very clear, and it was the first time it ever really got me, do you know what, maybe I'd like being a coach, or maybe I'd like to do this, and it was, I don't know, and I probably, that even with this, played on me the most. I spoke to his mum yesterday, so I think I don't want to go too much into it, but it's really important for me.
Oh. Right. So of course, clearly him coaching, Gary Speed clearly help him to be a coach. Well, inspired him actually. I mean, but yeah, like honestly, seeing him break down like that and knowing that Gary Speed and Mark Hughes was his like motivation to coach. Like honestly, that is good to hear for us. That's good for us Welsh fans to hear that Craig Bellamy is inspired by Gary Speed and Mark Hughes. But at the end, he made me tear up. God. Yeah, honestly, we're gonna go and watch another interview now that Craig Bellamy did. If I have said Gary Speed many times in this video, it's because Craig Bellamy's been mentioned Gary Speed. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next interview now. So yeah, let's get right. So this is the last interview now for the video. It looks like just a minute long one, so which is all right. And then of course I'm gonna say my thoughts on Craig Bellamy becoming Wales manager more than. Right, come on, please.
My thought process was about becoming number one then, because inexperience, that's always going to be thrown, but also temperament. That's a nice word that usually likes to get used. So hopefully that will be able to dismiss that. But also it's important for me as well to be able to dismiss that. I put myself really under more scrutiny than anyone. I'm so determined to be the best human being I can, that it's a driving force for me. Now, of course, I'm still not the finished article, and I never will be. I'm not perfect. I'm still yet to come across anyone who is. But anything I've ever done, I've owned. I've never shied away from it. Any mistake I've made, I've owned again. And I'll admit it, and I'll be honest, and I'll be open, because I want to be the best person I can be. And I'm still striving for that as well.
So of course this is clearly about his temperament, of course, yeah. But I think back in the day he had bad temper and stuff. So this is why people were questioning about Gary Speed becoming sorry, I said Gary Speed again. Craig Bellamy as Wales manager. Sorry for saying Gary Speed. I'm not being disrespectful. I think it's because I said Gary Speed earlier. I think that's why it's still stuck in my head. But honestly, yeah. But it was a lot of questioning about Craig Bellamy's temperament. So yeah, honestly, it was a lot of questioning about it. But of course, I'm gonna say my thoughts now on him becoming manager and how I think he'll do. Craig Bellamy becoming Wales manager, I think is a good choice, because think of it, he knows most of the boys well. He'll get to know more of the young ones as well. Like say now, of course, Dan James, I don't think he knows much of really. Well, he knows Dan James, but you get what I mean. Knows like how he is and stuff. But of course, he played with most of them, like Ben Davis. Of course, I think he played with Danny Ward at one point, I believe. No, he played with when Hennessy was starting. So of course, he knows Wayne. But of course, it'll take him time, of course, for him to set up with the lads. But I think, of course, I reckon he'll do well. That's what I think. He'll do well. I have faith in Craig Bellamy. I have very big faith in Craig Bellamy. Big time. Of course. Back manager, back players. That's all we can do as a red wall. And so yeah. Cheers for watching anyway, guys. Of course, probably the next podcast will be out. Oh, I actually don't know when the next podcast will be out. I think I'm gonna discuss about the next campaign and how I think what squad we should get with it by doing a FIFA format. I guess. So yeah. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn notifications on, and
hi guys, subscribe to Welsh Football Talk podcast. Thank you.
Do what Conor Roberts says. Goodbye, and a man o' heed.